Welcome to the Department Chair meeting for May 6th. Please take a moment to sign in and to complete the Google Attendance form to record your virtual attendance. We will be accessing materials in the Schoology group on this slide. Please open a browser tab and navigate to the folder for May 6th. Given the content for today's meeting, we are asking all Performing Arts Department chairs to review this presentation and complete the indicated feedback forms so that we can incorporate your valuable feedback. Take a moment to review the topics for today's meeting agenda. Our time together will be spent looking at the draft of the Performing Arts calendar for next school year, examining completion reports from Performance Matters, and touching base about grading and reporting practices. The announcements and updates for each content area should be shared directly with your team. By the end of today's meeting, leaders will prepare for the 2025-26 school year and inform district enrichment offerings for performing arts. Second, analyze data related to completion of Performance Matters assessments to support the work of your department. Next, reflect and review grading and reporting practices to determine areas for improvement and/or professional learning. And finally, share updates that are relevant to music, dance, and theater teachers during May, June, July, and August. By this point, you should all have access to our DC Schoology group and have this group up in your browser for today's meeting. As our virtual inclusive welcome, take a moment to decide which picture best captures your current state. Are you the beach cat, the sleepy cat, the cautious cat, or the cat jumping for joy? You might already be counting down to the summer given the time of year. As of May 6th, there are 28 more school days, and we know the time will fly. Before we break for summer, the Office of Performing Arts has started to look ahead to next school year in order to draft the BCPS Performing Arts calendar for the 25-26 school year. This is an important process that requires stakeholder feedback. The calendar includes any district events led by the Office of Performing Arts and is aligned with several other published calendars, as you can see on this slide. There are a few important notes about the calendar that you will review today. This calendar will be in draft form until released in June, which means that changes will occur. We hope to minimize the number of changes, but also will be working to incorporate feedback. Some events are pending the adoption of the FY26 budget, which is anticipated on May 22nd. As a reminder, here is where you will find the draft calendar in Schoology. The folder containing the calendar is circled here. Once you have completed your review, please provide feedback using the feedback form linked in the May 6th folder in our DC Schoology group. The next part of our agenda will focus on the completion reports and Performance Matters. We will also take a moment to review which curriculum-based assessments should be completed during second semester. Since this is our first school year using Performance Matters, we want to make sure that teachers are supported in this work. Your help as instructional leaders is critical. The assessment guides are available in the Office of Performing Arts Professional Learning Schoology course in the green Performance Matters folder for content training. The assessment guides list the test titles and ID numbers and provide guidance on what assessments should be completed. On the assessment guide, if you see Semester 2 or at any time and should do for a group of assessments, then you should plan to administer those assessments for this school year. If you see can do, those assessments are optional. If you see Semester 1, those assessments are optional. The administration window and timeline will change for the 25-26 school year once we have had a chance to get started with a smaller number of should do assessments. If an assessment is listed as diagnostic or pre-assessment, it should be ungraded or practice. If an assessment is listed as a formative or summative assessment, it should be graded as a minor or major grade, respectively. During second semester, middle school chorus teachers should administer one of the rhythmic diagnostic and formative assessments. The diagnostic is ungraded, and the formative assessment should be a minor grade. It is suggested that teachers administer the test that aligns with their sight reading level at adjudications. Teachers select which class or classes will take the assessment. Take a moment to make note of the completion data as of May 2nd. During second semester, high school chorus teachers should administer one of the rhythmic diagnostic and formative assessments. The diagnostic is ungraded, and the formative assessment should be a minor grade. It is suggested that teachers administer the test that aligns with their sight reading level at adjudications. Teachers select which class or classes will take the assessment. Take a moment to make note of the completion data as of May 2nd. During second semester, high school band and orchestra teachers should administer the Performance Skills Pre-Assessment and Performance Skills Assessment. The diagnostic is ungraded, and the assessment can be a minor or major grade depending on how you implement it. Teachers select which class or classes will take the assessment. This assessment requires manual scoring via the rubric using online scoring in Performance Matters. Take a moment to make note of the completion data as of May 2nd. During second semester, middle school band and orchestra teachers should administer the Music Theory and Vocabulary Diagnostic and Formative Assessments. The diagnostic is ungraded, and the formative assessment should be a minor grade. Teachers select which class or classes will take the assessment. The test was designed for grade 8 students, but can also be administered to students in grades 6 and 7. Take a moment to make note of the completion data as of May 2nd. During second semester, middle school theater arts teachers should administer the Unit 5 and Unit 8 CBAs using Performance Matters. These summative assessments are major grades depending on how you implement it. This assessment requires manual scoring via the rubric using online scoring in Performance Matters. Take a moment to make note of the completion data as of May 2nd. During second semester, middle school dance teachers should administer the post-adjudication self-assessment to the class or classes that attended the dance festival and received adjudication feedback. This assessment is a minor or major grade depending on how you implement it. This assessment requires manual scoring via the rubric using online scoring in Performance Matters. Take a moment to make note of the completion data as of May 2nd. During second semester, high school dance teachers should administer the post-adjudication self-assessment to the class or classes that attended the dance festival and received adjudicated feedback. This assessment is a minor or major grade depending on how you implement it. This assessment requires manual scoring via the rubric using online scoring in Performance Matters. Take a moment to make note of the completion data as of May 2nd. Here are the takeaways and next steps for department chairs and team leads after reviewing their completion data. Department chairs, please check with any teacher who has not completed their Performance Matters CBAs at this point. Encourage teachers to provide feedback via the feedback form. And as always, any technical issues, please email pm@bcps.org. This spring, the Office of Performing Arts will engage a team of assessment item writers to look at opportunities for revisions and upgrades to curriculum-based assessments in Performance Matters. Please share the survey links that are on this slide with your team to collect their feedback. These surveys have been shared in the weekly updates since Friday, March 22nd. Feedback will be collected until May 16th. Our last topic for today's agenda is related to supporting our teachers in their grading and reporting practices. Today, we will provide an opportunity to do some pre-work as this topic will be threaded during next school year's department meetings. At our last department chair meeting, we started to discuss courses that have a high rate of failure. Our team has done some initial work examining courses where more than 30% of the students are failing. We are working with teachers to determine root causes and to see how we can support from the content curriculum lens. Once we gather some initial data from our conversations with teachers around the courses with a high rate of failure, we will be looking for ways to strengthen our grading practices to support consistency from school to school. Thinking about current grading practices within your department, is this an area of growth, success, or inquiry as it relates to BCPS grading policy? Take a moment to share out some of your department's areas of growth, success, or places that you might want to investigate or inquire further using the discussion in our DC Schoology group. We are moving into our updates section. Updates will be related to May, June, or the summer. Now is the time to email Brian Filling with any requests for summer work or a summer evaluation of your lighting or audio systems. The best way is to email Brian directly. As a reminder, Brian is also collecting unused or broken equipment. To address summer repairs with Walker, please complete the summer work request form located in the BCPS Music Teachers group and email the form to Walker. A list of items that Walker can address are on this slide. Please coordinate with your department if there are multiple people requesting repairs. Band and orchestra instruments will not follow this process. Here are our upcoming music updates. The Music Leadership Cadre is an invitation-only content leadership group that will meet on May 13th as indicated on this year's Performing Arts calendar. Some of you may be involved with that cadre. Dr. Schneckenberger will be leading a conversation regarding software titles for music and audio technology on May 20th. MMEA is collecting proposals for next year's conferences. Instrumental music teachers should complete their end-of-year instrument verification by June 6th. For dance, please be on the lookout for more information about registering for the Dance Educators Training Institute held on June 17th and 18th. The Dance Leadership Cadre will meet on June 3rd. You are cordially invited to the BCPS All-County Honors Dance Ensemble Gala concert on June 9th at Carver Center. Please continue to spread the word for our BCPS Summer Dance Intensive. Limited spots remain. For theater teachers, this summer, the Office of Performing Arts will offer a summer technical theater workshop in partnership with the Hippodrome Foundation at various locations. Please be on the lookout for registration information. The Theater Leadership Cadre will meet on June 5th. Thank you for your engagement today. Please take note of the 4 action items and next steps listed on this slide. First, support your team or department with Performance Matters completion and data analysis. Share the feedback survey for Performance Matters upgrades and revisions. Provide feedback on the BCPS Performing Arts calendar in draft format. Continue the end of school year countdown. On behalf of the Office of Performing Arts, we hope you have a great summer and thank you for your continued leadership and support.